Adjusting your crown when miracles meet resilience. Have you ever been told something was impossible? That you should just accept your limitations and move on with your life? That some mountains simply cannot be climbed? I want to take you on a journey today. A journey that began 3 days after birth when a baby girl was involved in a devastating car accident, two broken legs, a collapsed lung. Doctors delivered their verdict to her anxious parents with clinical certainty. She will never walk. But that baby grew up to be Erica Graves, a woman who not only walks but runs, a woman who, after enduring 35 surgeries and countless setbacks, stands before the world as living proof that our past doesn't define our future. Erica Graves, founder of the Ascension Network, is one of those rare individuals whose very existence challenges our assumptions about human potential. Her story isn't just inspiring, it's revolutionary. Through her work empowering Black women entrepreneurs, she has created ripples of transformation that have touched thousands of lives, showing us what's possible when we refuse to accept the limitations others place upon us. I recently had the privilege of interviewing Erica, and her story shook me to my core. It's a testament to what happens when we refuse to accept the limitations others place on us. When we, as Erica would say, adjust our crown and keep moving forward. What does it mean to adjust your crown? It's that moment when life knocks you down, and instead of staying there, you rise up. You straighten that invisible crown on your head, the one that represents your dignity, your worth, your purpose, and you keep going. Not with arrogance, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows their value isn't determined by circumstance. For Black women, especially, who have historically carried the weight of families, communities, and workplaces on their shoulders, this message resonates deeply. The permission to be both strong and soft, to overcome without being overcome, to lead without losing yourself. Today, I want to share three profound truths I learned from Erica's journey. Truths that might just change how you view your own struggles. First, your past does not define your future. Not the trauma, not the manipulation, not the setbacks. Second, obstacles are inevitable, but your response to them determines your outcome. And third, miracles happen when you refuse to give up. Let's start with that first truth. Erica's journey began with that car accident at just 3 days old. Two broken legs, a collapsed lung, doctors who said walking was impossible. But that was just the beginning of her story, not the end. As she grew, she faced childhood abuse, family deception. She was even hit by a truck in another accident. 35 surgeries, learning to walk multiple times, all while pursuing her education. Most people would have given up. Most people would have accepted the narrative that they were victims of circumstance. But Erica refused that story. Instead, she anchored herself in faith. She demonstrated relentless dedication, returning to college even during recovery from surgery. There she was, studying from hospital beds, IV drips beside her textbooks, determination etched into her face. She maintained laser focus on her goals, despite excruciating pain that would have derailed most of us. The result? She defied every medical expectation. Not only did she walk, she ran. She earned her bachelor's degree, sometimes studying from hospital beds. She became a mother to a daughter named Miracle, despite being told she couldn't have more children. When I asked Erica how she did it, her answer was simple yet profound. I adjusted my crown and kept going. This reminds me of another remarkable woman who refused to let her past define her future, Dr. Maya Angelou. As a child, Maya Angelou endured sexual abuse so traumatic that she stopped speaking for years. She faced the crushing weight of racism in segregated America. By all accounts, her early experiences should have silenced her permanently. But like Erica, Maya Angelou adjusted her crown. She found healing through literature and poetry. She embraced mentorship from family members who encouraged her voice. She seized opportunities for growth despite social barriers that seemed insurmountable. The result? She became one of America's most celebrated poets and authors. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings touched millions. She worked alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in the civil rights movement. She received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2010. From silence emerged strength, from pain emerged purpose. Both Erica and Maya demonstrate the second truth. Obstacles are inevitable, but your response determines your outcome. We all face obstacles. Some are thrust upon us, like Erica's childhood accidents or Maya's early trauma. Others emerge from systemic challenges, like the unique hurdles Black women entrepreneurs face in securing funding and support. This is why Erica founded the Ascension Network to specifically empower Black women entrepreneurs who encounter these barriers. Members often report underfunding compared to peers outside their demographic. They lack access to mentorship opportunities that others take for granted. But through targeted resources like business coaching sessions and safe networking spaces, these women are transforming obstacles into opportunities. Dozens have launched successful ventures after joining, including some who started businesses following major personal setbacks or health crises. Many founders entered this community after losing jobs or leaving toxic workplaces. Instead of defeat, they found sisterhood and actionable guidance. The network has produced multiple award winning startups, gained national media recognition, and continues expanding across states. The ripple effect has reached thousands, demonstrating what's possible when women lift each other up, when they adjust each other's crowns. This brings us to our third truth: miracles happen when you refuse to give up. Erica named her daughter Miracle for a reason. Doctors had told her she couldn't have more children, but she refused to accept that verdict. Through faith and perseverance, she experienced what medical science said was impossible. This pattern repeats throughout her life. When doctors said she wouldn't walk, she walked. When circumstances suggested she couldn't finish college, she graduated. When obstacles indicated she should give up on her dreams, she pushed forward. In the soft girl era we're embracing today, there's a misconception that softness means weakness, that choosing peace means abandoning ambition. But Erica's story shows us that true softness is not the absence of strength, it's strength under perfect control. It's the strength to say, yes, this happened to me, but it will not define me. It's the wisdom to know when to push and when to rest. It's the courage to believe in miracles when everyone else has given up. For high achieving Black women who have spent years in survival mode, leading teams, raising families, holding down households, carrying communities, this message is revolutionary. The shift from constantly grinding to finally grounding in joy, peace, and self prioritization doesn't mean giving up on dreams. It means pursuing them from a place of wholeness rather than depletion. As one sister in the Ascension Network put it, I thought success meant sacrificing everything. Erica taught me that true success comes when you refuse to sacrifice yourself. So, what does this mean for you? How do you apply these truths to your own life? First, identify where you've allowed your past to define your future. What limiting beliefs have you accepted as true? What impossible verdicts have you internalized? Maybe it's the belief that you're too old to start over, too damaged to be loved, too far behind to catch up, too broken to be whole. I invite you to question those beliefs, to adjust your crown and consider a new narrative. Second, examine how you respond to obstacles. Do you see them as evidence that you should give up? Or do you view them as opportunities to demonstrate your resilience? Erica faced 35 surgeries. Each one could have been a reason to quit. Instead, each became another chapter in her testimony. And finally, where do you need a miracle? What seems impossible in your life right now? A reconciled relationship, a healed body, a revived dream, a new beginning? Whatever it is, I encourage you to hold on to hope, to persevere when logic says to quit, to believe when evidence suggests doubt. Because here's what I've learned from Erica's story: the most powerful force in the universe isn't circumstance, it's the human spirit that refuses to be defined by circumstance. When you adjust your crown and keep moving forward, you create space for miracles to enter. You transform from victim to victor, from surviving to thriving. Look around you. In this room right now, there are people fighting battles you know nothing about. There are dreams that seem impossible. There are crowns that have slipped. But what if collectively we decided to believe in the impossible? What if we committed to adjusting our crowns and helping others adjust theirs? I believe we would witness a revolution of resilience, a cascade of miracles, a world where impossible becomes I'm possible. So today I challenge you to do three things. First, identify one impossible in your life and declare war on it, not with anxiety or desperation, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that limitations are often just invitations to innovation. Second, find someone whose crown has slipped and help them adjust it. Sometimes the miracle we need is simply someone who believes in us when we've stopped believing in ourselves. And third, commit to telling a new story about yourself, about others, about what's possible in this beautiful, broken world of ours. Because here's the truth: your crown might slip from time to time. You might face verdicts that seem final. You might encounter obstacles that appear insurmountable. But like Erica Graves, you have the power to adjust your crown, to defy expectations, to create miracles. The question isn't whether you'll face impossible situations, you will. The question is what story you'll tell about them. Will they be the reason you stopped? Or will they be the reason you started? I hope you'll choose the latter. Because the world needs your resilience. It needs your miracles. It needs your crown, adjusted and gleaming, lighting the way for others. Thank you.